This man farts for a living. No, really, he farts for a living and he's changed the way I view reality. And this video isn't about farting. Okay, it's about farting, but it's about a lot more than that. Hi, I'm Mangochi, and to the Mango Muster I welcome you to a video that no one asked for, where I look into this man who farts for a living and how he changes the way I view reality. You see, Beyonce bends genres, Aang bends the elements, and our hero today bends reality. There's quite a stark contrast between today's hero and others, because how do you bend the concept? This world has been spoiled with greatness like Patrice Lumumba, Mary Lou Williams, me, Idris Elba's dimples, Barney's hips. My gosh, they really know what they were doing there. I'll hand over some big Bitcoin for a Barney taxidermy. I put that on Nolan's prestige. And on the list of great heroes on this earth, you have to add another name, Ichikawa Kikuchi. I'm gonna be honest, in the next couple minutes, you will witness clips of people farting, but I've been intentional about not including any fart noises, except for one. There is one fart audio that I've purposely kept in, but I won't say when it is. It's just gonna happen. And anywhere there were farts, I replaced the original fart audio with the censor sound to make this video more palatable. So you'll see the video of them farting, but you'll hear. So who is this liberator of wind? I came across Ichikawa on Instagram Reels. If you scroll through his page, you'll be amazed. Booty in the air, this man performs sphincter concertos as thousands cheer him on in the comments. I binged his content and saw that this man made a name for himself through tooting on America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, and Asia's Got Talent, amassing millions of views with his videos. And let me put that into perspective for you guys. The President of the United States has a 40-minute interview with Jay Shetty, and it has less views than Ichikawa back-breathing darts. Sometimes I can't stand humans, but sometimes I love you guys. This had me curious. How deep is this farting rabbit hole? I did some digging and found this, an episode of a Japanese show where different audience members come up to the stage to fart on the mic. They were competing for the loudest fart. Remember, I've replaced the fart sound with a beep. So without trying, my first steps into the fart universe led me to two instances of Japanese farting. So I did the next logical thing. I went on Google and searched Japan farts. This led me to Heigasen, Japanese fart scrolls created during the Edo period. These scrolls are 100% a real thing, by the way. I say a lot of maybe untrue and silly things on here, but these scrolls are a real thing and you can look it up. One of the scrolls is particularly special because it had a prophetic element to it, but we'll get to that later. Where am I? Am I in the Sahara? No, no, no. Why does everyone think they're in the Sahara? You're in the Namib Desert. Ha, the Namib Desert? Everyone knows the best revelations happen in the Sahara. Not true. Why is there music that isn't native to the Sahara region playing, by the way? This music wouldn't really be playing in southern Africa. You see, that's because y'all are appropriating another desert's music. Who is even speaking, by the way? Wait, is that Idris Elba's dimples? It is I, Idris Elba's dimples. That Barney comment you made earlier was strange, young man. Dimpleton, what can I say? I love to use taxidermies. Young man, you don't use taxidermies. You don't? Ichikawa made me realize you can play life on different settings. This man's life is a testament that you should shoot for the stars and have the audacity to mold the reality you want. What are the settings you want to live life on? Let's take a college job fair, for example. I was an information sciences graduate, and at my major's job fairs, consulting companies had a major presence, and most of the students, including myself, were trying to get jobs in consulting. Their large presence made it feel like they were the only option in this career box, but That's the illusion. Absolutely pursue consulting if you want, but don't force yourself to believe that's the career path you want because of its prevalence. I soon learned there's more than just consulting, and there's so much more you can do with an information sciences degree. I also learned I could break the mold and pursue something outside of my degree. I learned I can even become a tomato farmer. So I found jobs on several farms. This was the farmer arc of my life. Just me and nature. My beard was unkempt like the old bushes. Not those bushes. Come on. And with the right inputs, you can even subscribe to this channel. Please click the subscribe button as it helps this channel out tremendously. But on the really, you can even become a professional farter.
What do we have here? Yes, Ichikawa popping a balloon with his toots. I remember that day. He missed, but a hero was born that day.
Farting professionally is no joke. Unless you were an artist from the 1800s Edo period Japan, then farting was probably a joke to you. These scrolls contain several scenes of rivals throwing pungent perforations at each other in the heat of battle. I'm happy to say that here on the Mangochi channel, we have an exclusive poetic interpretation of what's happening in the Heigasen from this distinguished duck right here. Let's get a quick preview from the duck. His name's Bib. Bib?
Thank you, Mangochi. Your channel is garbage.
What?
Nothing. The scrolls read from right to left. Here's a bit of my interpretation. They gathered instruments, they all were rather into it. Seasoned chefs cooked on the cauldron because they'd been through this. 1 fart, 2 fart, 3 fart, 4. So many farts they had to bring out a door.
Whoa, don't give it all away, champ.
Your mama.
What? The fact that Old Spice has the most deodorant commercials doesn't mean it's the best deodorant. The best deodorant in the world probably varies depending on the person, and each individual will need to go on a quest to find the deo that's best for them. Just because we're presented with an option, it doesn't mean it's the best or only option. There may be an option out there that we don't know about that works best, but it will take work to discover. Just like the college job fair, you aren't limited to the options marketed to you. It'll take work, like our friend Ichikawa has done. The gluteus Gale God has taught us this much. And let's just stop for a second. Stop everything, stop the music, take green screen off, stop the music. I know this is weird for you, hearing about tooting and all, but can you imagine how weird this is for me? When I was 10, I wanted to be a soccer player. When I was 16, I wanted to be a chief technology officer of a Fortune 500 company. I am now 30 years old and I've gone from Ichikawa farting to a green screen and now back to a different video of him farting. We can't keep doing this, man. Ichikawa's back breathing led me to interesting parts of the internet. The general social media algorithm served me quite a bit of fart content over the past 8 months.
Astronaut farts are actually a pretty serious thing to consider in space. First of all, farts have hydrogen and methane, which are flammable. And if there's one place you don't want a flammable, uncontrolled gas, it's in a closed chamber 400 kilometers above Earth.
Public service announcement to anyone who's farted in my face while going up from the subway steps. You, and I literally hope that your butthole, I hope that your mouth becomes your butthole.
So for the comfort of astronauts, minimizing farts in space is essential. For these reasons, NASA did fart tests to see which foods produced the fewest and least flammable farts.
Going for a fart walk after dinner is something that's going to help you age wonderfully.
Believe it or not, there are others like him that saw the rule book of life and farted on it. They pursued their desired reality. Did you know there's a self-proclaimed flatulist by the name of Mr. Methane? You might have seen him in some Sidemen videos.
You're cool, Mr. Methane.
I am. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, do not breathe.
Loading up. Here we go.
He's also featured on some TV shows.
Thank you. Here we go. Okay. From 5. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's a woman on TikTok who farts. She's a self-proclaimed fartfluencer, and she also poos and films it if you subscribe to one of her services. But I'm not gonna say which one it is in fears of being flagged, but man, She bent capitalism to benefit her in one of the most creative ways. She's achieved making a living from an option that wasn't at the job fair. Get that bread, Lara Juicy, and don't forget to wipe. The Finnish even have a farting competition where they... Wait, is that Mr. Methane? In this competition, they sit here and they fart as the fart is recorded into a mic. Loudest fart wins. You know, standard fart competition rules. These renegades all threw the rule book out the window, and one man wrote a book. He wrote a book about farts. He actually wrote 3. But it's not all sweet, you know. I love documentaries of successful startups. I love listening to how I built this. But I would love to hear more stories of the majority of startups whose idea didn't work. It's not all makes. Reality is a stubborn foe. Idris Elba's dimples. I'm really starstruck. Can I call you Dimpy? No. Dimpy. I lack the audacity to bend reality and twist fate. Will my environment mock my attempt at a goal? Will I fail? What if reaching my goal doesn't quench my ambition? What if I don't deserve the joys of completion? I can't guarantee you'll get the reality you desire. That would be irresponsible of me to say. I cannot stress the difficulties of a desired reality, but I also can't stress the joys of pursuing a reality, and I hope you find meaning in that contradiction. But Dimpy Wimpy, this is all too much. Everything is a mirage until it's not.
Ah, yes, the second attempt. He missed, but this only made him stronger.
Ichikawa's prominence is truly a full circle moment because the Heigasen told us about him. Bib, give us your full interpretation of the scrolls. I think we're ready.
A couple mates deliberating about something great, sat Cypher and Mad Hybern on the cusp of fate. Watch out, they had to make space for this fart battle that was gonna take place. They gathered instruments, they all were rather into it. Seasoned chefs cooked on the cauldron cause they'd been through this. 1 fart, 2 fart, 3 fart, 4. So many farts they had to bring out a door? A battle ensues, I'm madam enthused at this scroll that seems like an elaborate ruse. The labyrinths of life don't pick the paths you can choose. Oh, I get what these fart scrolls were crafted to do. The fans flap to make the flatulence move. Conventional isn't fastened to you. You don't need to do what they ask you to do. But just think, what's the universe asking of you? One day, there'll be a man who'll teach this lesson that is nuanced, that is grand and unique. The flatulence flows. Listen as the back of him blows. It's intricate, decorated with immaculate prose. I remember you was conflicted, misusing your flatulence. You forgot to aim. Remove the doubt, Ichikawa. Focus on your target. You can pop this balloon. Just remember.
Everything is a mirage until it's not. My hero, he made it. Somehow you've stayed for this whole video, and I'm not judging you, but this video was about farts. It was about other things, but it was about farts. It was clear in the thumbnail and the title, but you still stayed. I know I seem weird, but what does that say about you? There you go. The fart you've been waiting for. You thought I forgot. If you stayed through all that, you should subscribe and join the Mango Muster on Patreon. And to my current patrons, thank you so much for your support. I don't take it for granted. So to anyone watching, what's your farting? Not like your literal farts. Please don't send me the pillows you fart on. I mean, how are you gonna mold your reality? The artist I covered today had a peculiar reality they wanted to mold, but yours probably looks different. You know what, I say we commemorate this moment. We commemorate attempting to shape reality, and most importantly, we cheers to Ichikawa. So cheers to you, Ichikawa, and cheers to us.
And may the wind at your back never be your own.
She's a self-proclaimed fartfluencer, and she also poos.